Hi there. First, I'd like to apologize for my voice because I'm still a bit groggy. I've not completely recovered from Corona. So I apologize if my voice quality is not that good. And I'm not professional. It takes time to get good at this. So when I read out and when I talk, I have pauses, I make mistakes, and I'm really sorry for that. And I've got some feedbacks and I'll try to improve. Just give me some time. This is the second, I've only been on YouTube for 2 weeks with my videos, and I'll do my very best to improve all the way. And I don't have the financial strength to use professionals to improve my videos, so I'll just have to try this on my own. I hope that the authenticity and that it's original, that also means something, rather than everything being professional and I don't know. The main thing is my message. I'm talking about mental health, and I'll do my very best. And if you're not satisfied, as I told you, give me feedback, or you don't have to be there. But I appreciate everyone's support. Each and every person's support really means a lot, because mental health is not an easy issue. Many people don't want to talk about it because they fear being met with stigma, marginalization, and so many other ways that you feel isolated because you don't feel that anyone wants to listen to you. Okay, I want to talk about Charlie Kirk, but this is not the assassination of Charlie Kirk, but this is not any political views. I just want to take the mental health and the trauma part of it, because that's what I focus on. I'm not going to take any political stand, okay? And I have to read directly from a script that I've written down because I can't remember all that. So I hope you don't mind me doing it. Okay? Thank you. The killing of Charlie Kirk, a prominent Christian conservative and far-right figure, has had significant psychological effects on the American public, especially among conservative groups and more broadly across society. Such high-profile acts of political violence create emotional distress, sharpen social polarization, and increase the risk of escalation, retaliation, and long-term collective trauma. My English is not fluent because I have some trouble pronouncing some words. I'm sorry. I would say that my mother language is Norwegian because I've been living in Norway for over 40 years, and that's my main language. I don't know any other language than Norwegian and English. Okay? I apologize if my English is not good enough. One of the side effects of such an heinous act is shock and grief. Many people immediately experience shock, disbelief, and grief, regardless of their agreement with Kirk's views. This also deeply affects young people who saw him as essential to their reality, whether they supported him or opposed him. For Christian conservatives and far-right groups, the killing may feel like a direct attack on their identity and sense of community, triggering fear and uncertainty about personal safety. And that is very important because Chris Kirk was part of a community. He stood for things that many people believed in. And when someone gets killed or attacked in that way, it creates a lot of unsafety in through the whole community. And that's not good. That's why violence is never the solution. We should always go for dialogue and talk to each other. Another effect is an intensified polarization and mass psychological effects. The assassination deepens existing social polarization between political groups and leads to more aggressive public debates, both online and in real life. Experts warn that such incidents can normalize violence as a political tool, increasing risks of future reprisals and social destabilization, even raising fears of civil conflict. And that is, you have seen, I've followed a little bit of the things that are happening in the dialogue in the United States. And the Democrats blame the Republicans, and especially Republicans say that everything is the Democrats' fault. I'm not going to take any political stand, as I told you, but problem is it creates polarization and groups attacking each other, and that is never a good way to go, because it'll create just more fear, more uncertainty, and increase the probability of violence, and that's never the way to go. Another effect, mental health and collective trauma. Psychologists describe a collective trauma effect, where the public experiences fear, anxiety, and rising mistrust, especially as the dramatic footage is widely shared on social media. Such events can trigger memories of previous political violence, such as Kennedy, MLK, or recent assassination attempts, and amplify the psychological insecurity of already marginalized groups. And that's what we're seeing happening in the US at the moment. And another effect, specific impact on conservative Christian communities. Followers may mourn the loss of leader, of a symbolic father figure, leading to a sense of collective grief, emptiness, anxiety, and motivation for response, peaceful or otherwise. There is also psychological stress, a feeling that their values and beliefs are under attack, along with increased concerns for loved ones and possible future conflicts. That's actually what we're being a witness to. And as I told you, I'm not going to say anything political about it, but this is not a good escalation of the situation in the United States. Consequences for society. Frequent acts of political violence can lead to emotional numbness and reduced compassion, with collective stress and mental health problems rise across the society. There is a risk of radicalization and normalization of violence as a means of expressing disagreement. Mental health burdens can become long-lasting for both supporters and opponents. It is a problem because it's never good. If we summarize this, Charlie Kirk's killing generates both personal and collective psychological burdens and drives a cycle of grief, fear, and anger, and polarization with potentially severe consequences for individuals and society as a whole. For mental health-focused discussions, it's crucial to address reactions of sorrow, trauma, and how extreme violence and hate impacts everyone, no matter their political standpoint. And this is very important because it triggers a lot of feelings in us, and it's like sorrow, grief, trauma, and then some people react with violence, hate, aggression. That's never the way to go. I hope that this video helps a little bit, because it shows that the best way to solve disagreements is to talk, dialogue. Killing, violence, and other aggressive solutions is never the way, because then you won't have the other side to listen to you. Then you'll just meet even more you'll meet even more hostility when you try to get your views through. Dialogue and understanding and respecting each other is the only way to achieve any sort of peace. So that would be my conclusion. I'll add some links below, because everything I say is always based on research and facts, because that's very important to me, that I don't try to, and I'm not a professional psychologist or anything. I'm just talking about this from my point of view and the research that I've done. So never take this as a very professional advice. Just consider it as a personal view from me. Okay? I hope I'll be making some more videos, but I hope you'll be interested to follow, because as I told you, our group is it's a very marginalized group. So all your support means a lot on my way to trying to get more awareness. Okay? Stay safe and hear from you soon.